Alright, today's lesson is 11.4, graphing square root functions. Our objectives are to graph square root functions, or to translate graphs of square root functions. It's really simple. We're going to stay with the simple part of this whole thing. A square root function is a function that contains the independent variable in the radicand. So, over here, I showed you how to graph it at the beginning. So if you just have y equals the square root of x, this is how the graph is going to look. Literally, I want you to use the same shape for every graph that you use. Same shape. Just where it's placed is where it's going to be changing. Yes.
What is the radicand?
It's the square root sign.
Okay.
That's the radicand is the correct way of saying it. Now, if you have a number outside of the square root, notice I had that, then it will tell me if I'm going up or down from this spot right here in the center. If the number's inside the square root, it's going to tell me if it's left or right of the center or the origin of the graph. And you go the opposite direction of what they're telling you. It's still, the graph still goes this way, but where it starts from is where you'll be doing its opposite, which I'll show you in a couple minutes. Now we're going to find the domain. The domain is where you look inside the radicand. That's the only numbers you're going to use. The inside the radicand. And the function is it has to be greater than 0 or equal to 0. So you're going to take the number that the radicand is inside, so it's going to be x plus 3. And it has to be greater than or equal to 0. Well, then you have a problem because you cannot have a negative radicand inside. So you can't. So then you subtract 3 to both sides. So x has to be greater than or equal to negative 3.
Oh, so you're just solving the equation?
Yep. So I would do 2x minus 8. Who cares about the 3 on the outside? And it's greater than or equal to 0. Add 8. So 2x is greater than or equal to 8. Divide by 2. So x is greater than or equal to 4. I'd like you to try C by yourself. Alright, so C should be x is greater than or equal to 7. Okay. Example 2, you have to make a table. I made the table for you, and I even gave you the numbers I want. Yeah, the numbers have to be reasonable. Okay? For good weather conditions, please can use the formula R equals 2 square root of 5L to find the approximate speed R of a car that leaves a skid mark of length L in feet. So we're trying to find the speed of a car going, I chose 0, 10, 20, 30, 40 miles per hour. Okay, sorry, feet. So now we have to find the miles per hour. So I'm going to plug them in. So it's going to be 2 times 5 times 0. What's 5 times 0 equal?
0.
Yeah, 2 times the square root of 0 is what? 0. So I'm not going very fast when I don't get a skid mark. Okay? So now I have 10 feet of skid mark. So it's 5 times 10. And so you do 2 square root of 50. This is where you can use a calculator to find it out. I don't want you to break it up. I need to find out how fast I was going. So we'll do 14.1. Let's just say about 14. I wasn't going very fast still. But 14 miles per hour, and I'm getting a skid mark of 10. Okay, hey, when you start driving, they'll check it out. And when your daddy sees that your skid mark is over 100 feet, he knows for a fact you've been going a little too fast, okay?
Everybody, that was Dylan.
So 5 times 20 equals 2 square root of 100. So it's 20. Still not going too fast, but 20 feet and going 20 miles per hour, that could be bad. This is on good conditions, people. This isn't dealing with what we're dealing with today with rain and some people with snow.
And some people on alcohol.
They don't have skids, sweetie.
Once again,
They don't even put the brakes on.
Once again, that was Dylan.
That's probably Jennifer.
Yeah, probably.
Ooh, please don't tell me that.
There's a giant donut on my street. Like, someone did like a giant donut at the beginning of my street. And then it goes, then there's a
Are you in
street that
Orchid?
goes straight through my street.
Are you in Orchid?
No, I'm in Santa Maria.
Oh, there's someone doing that too to us in Orchid. It's about 24.5 miles per hour, and you have a 30-foot skid. Okay, parents will be figuring out how fast you're going.
I won't let them see my notes.
I think your dad can look that up on...
Yeah, he probably has. No.
Ask for advice on eBay. Costs $5. Gives you a note that's empty. Not even know what this is your life.
Is this paused?
Nope.
Oh, cool.
So 28.3. So you guys have to be paying attention to how you're driving. So now you're going to draw your graph.
So where is the 0, 0?
0, 0 is right here.
Oh,
It's that corner. We're just doing
It's just one quadrant. Okay.
we're doing the positive quadrant.
Okay. I was wondering.
The letters that go inside the equation, that is your x. No, sorry. That is your y. Wait, hold on. Miss Carson's not... No.
Carson brain no work.
Yeah, exactly. That is your x. This is your y.
Well, my grammar ain't no good neither.
So I have 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, I'm going to use the same numbers going across up the top. So 10, 20, 30. You know, yeah, you could do that. We only need to go to 28 anyways. Okay, now we're going to graph it. I started 0, 0. I wasn't going anywhere. Now I was going... I had 14 miles per hour. So that's about right here, and I got a skid mark of 10. The skid mark is always the... Oh. Okay, you're going to have to graph it on your own. Sorry. There's some differences. If you have the outside number, so the outside number here is plus 3. So from 0, 0, I'm going to go up 3 because we're on the outside. And remember, on the outside, I said it's going to be up or down. Since it's plus 3, I'm going to go up 3 and put my dot. 1, 2, 3.
You sicko.
And then you graph that line that I mentioned. There's your answer. Yes.
On number B, there's a double minus. Is
That's supposed to be minus.
Oh, just
Oh,
one
that's
minus?
supposed to be minus.
Okay.
Okay, so it starts at 0, 0, but it says minus 4 on here. So I'm going to go down 4 this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Really? You put it in Mexican form?
No, it's spread.
And then you do the shape that we've been discussing.
What shape?
That shape right there.
Macaroni elbow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just the shape of the square root thing.
How come it's like that, and then with the parabola it's like the U, and then
Because parabolas had squares.
and then with the absolute value it's V. I don't get it.
You could do all the math for it and find out.
No.
I could show you how to do the boxes for it, tables, and
No, we already learned that.
yeah, but you could do a table for each one of these if you want to, Jonathan. Okay, then let's just learn the simple way. Oh, thank you. Okay, so this time it's inside, so you do the opposite of what it says. And you start from the right or left. So if it's a positive 4, you're going to go to the negative 4 on the Y line. X line. So you start at 0, 0 and go to the left 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And draw out your shape. If it's negative 3, where am I going to start with? Positive 3 on the X line. And make my shape. Any questions? Goodbye.
Bye.
Good!